We are here with game number 2 of our second series today. The playoffs for the C region are well underway. TNC Tigers versus Fnatic. Game 1 very handily in favor of Fnatic. We'll see what happens coming up here in game number 2.
It was a stomp. For those of you who missed it, you didn't miss much.
No. Well, you did. You missed a Jackie Mao recovery. That's the one thing of that game that was a little bit like, hey, this Visage is getting shut down. We called it. We said he'd come back through mid-game fights, and he did. That was the one thing in that game that wasn't picture perfect for Fnatic.
Yep.
The one thing.
Yeah, some games you can't win all 3 lanes. You're not VP.
Some games you can't just win everything. You know, you have to settle for 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
But
game of sacrifice. You're going to give something up. Give and take.
Yeah, it was a tough game 1. But here we'll see the Mirana squeaks her way through because, alas, Enigma does actually get banned out first.
So who had a first pick here?
It was
According to
Fnatic.
my little thing here? Oh, okay.
Yes, it was the actual first pick Mirana, and then they grabbed the ETPL duo.
So TNC did indeed take out the Enigma. And now TNC are also kind of guarding against that Enigma too, right? Or sorry, against the Undying by keeping the PL now. Because it keeps getting banned out in the second phase, and the Fnatic just picks Undying all the time.
Yep.
So now they're just like, all right, this is at least one way where we can try and shut down this stupid Undying. As if you guys haven't seen it before, you doppelganger, it kills the Tombstone. Yep. Great answer.
Broken.
Little odd. Feels like maybe it shouldn't work that way, but at the same time, you know, that Tombstone's pretty irritating to deal with. I don't feel that bad for Undying, honestly.
I think it's nice to have some heroes that feel particularly good against Undying.
Yeah, it's like a broken way of dealing with one hero and spell, but you have to have that. So because of the nature of Dota, you know, having a draft, well, you know, don't pick Undying if there's going to be a PL or a bunch of illusions that can insta-kill your tomb. Is kind of the answer there.
Sand King, a fairly safe second pick for Fnatic. Pairs nicely with Mirana, doesn't reveal much. Slightly flexible.
Yep.
I heard he can lick his own elbow. Flexible.
That's how flexible he is. Yeah.
Wow.
Well said.
Sand King could lick his own elbow.
Well, it's like
he definitely looks like he could.
Have you ever heard that, Lumi? You can't lick your own elbow. It's a human thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's flexible enough to do it.
I don't think he can lick his own elbow.
I don't know.
His elbow's on the outside.
Yeah.
He could lick his own tail. I give him that.
Impressive. Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, a Bane. Okay. 2 amazing laners for the TNC Tigers, Elder Titan and Bane.
Definitely feels a little bit like a deny pick too. Because if I have a Mirana Sand King, the hero I want is Bane.
Sure.
But probably just the best 5 with Warlock being gone.
I think it swings both ways. Good pick for them. Great deny pick.
I like how either of these heroes for Fnatic could theoretically be for Universe, and it's not even that bad. Like, maybe Sand King 3 is a little bit not that, you know, common these days, but it's still happening. Sometimes you just need that little bit of flexibility. And then the Mirana to the offlane all the time now. It feels like that's almost her home at this point. Still getting plenty of farm in that position.
I'm a big fan of Naga here for Fnatic if they could fit it in. Simply because he interacts so well against Bane and ET. But obviously, Sand King is likely DJ's hero, and if you pick Naga, that's going to be DJ playing it as well. Unless they do the thing where, like you suggested, put Sand King in the offlane. But CM's here.
Why CM over, like, Disruptor? That seems so strange to me that they want a Crystal Maiden here.
I don't like CM against PL. I just feel like there's nothing you can do against him.
Yeah, you have, like, no option.
A freezer field, bro.
Okay.
I believe in the
Pop
carry
that
CM.
ulti.
Yeah, pop that ulti.
I think the problem is that you want to go like Ghost Scepter or something, and he gets Diffusal.
So you can't no Diffusal doesn't get rid of
It
Ghost
doesn't
Scepter
work
anymore.
anymore,
So
I'm living in the past.
and
what am I
you
talking
can't
about?
doppelganger out of the Frostbite, which is kind of nice.
Yes, that's right.
Oh yeah, that was a recent change.
Okay.
That makes it
that
way
makes
better.
a lot more sense.
Actually.
I think CM's toolkit isn't so bad for PL between the root as well as the AoE
The
Nova.
attack
Like
slow.
after he doppelgangers, you just use
The Crystal Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not being able to doppelganger out of the root is all the difference.
Huge change.
Yeah, I thought it was the old one.
All right, so together, Lumi, now we're Crystal Maiden Masters.
And I guess...
And CM Oro, these 3 heroes all like CM Oro.
Yeah, you can argue that, like, Disruptor has his own problems too, because you can still dodge the glimpse with a pretty easily timed doppelganger. But
These heroes really like Crystal Maiden Aura.
Yeah, they do. Darkseer in particular.
Yeah. Allows him to put a lot more pressure on early.
do you think she'll max it, or do you think she'll do like the 3-1-1?
It's Pi. He's going to do 1-1-3.
It kind of feels that way. He's more like using his body to block heroes from TNC.
Yeah.
The question is this a Jackie Mal Mirana or is this a mid Mirana? I'm feeling it's Envy Mirana more so, and then you pick your last pick as for Abed.
Kind of inclined to agree. They ban out the Storm Spirit, so it seems that's what Tigers are thinking. What is the ideal last pick for Fnatic?
Huh.
It either has
Probably.
to face a PL or a Wind Ranger mid.
Well, couldn't the Tigers? Aren't Tigers going to last pick their mid?
Yeah, Tiger could pick it.
They're gonna-
As well.
I mean,
Yeah,
they-
they could
it's
change it up,
flexible,
but
that's
like
the
you
thing.
have to have it ready for those. I guess is just what
Yeah,
I mean.
sure.
Is Abed Invoker in the cards here?
I think PL is a little too scary.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking that,
I
but
think a stable mid like a Kunkka sounds decent because
Okay.
that's just one of those heroes that is pretty good matchups against most people, and
I like Kunkka.
Can you Sven here?
DK.
DK.
I'd say it's a similar idea to Kunkka, where it doesn't have any terrible matchups. You're always going to have an okay time mid. You're not worried about being counterpicked. And actually, this hero is a better counter to the PL, perhaps.
are they going to go
Yes.
Lina?
Jeez, these illusions. Attack slow and breathe fire. It's looking
Yep.
good.
They would definitely want another carry to go alongside PL. I'm not.
You don't think
convinced
Lina
Wind
carries hard
Ranger
enough?
Scales. They like KYXY and Wind Ranger. He's going to play 3 position, I want to say.
I see.
It's like one of his best heroes going back to when he used to play mid and carry.
I like SF here with BKB.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
That's an underpicked hero. I agree.
He does feel a little. I mean, with the DK too, it's just like.
Yeah, that's one hero that can destroy a DK.
And it always just feels so good when there's no one that cancels BKB because that's just like
Yep.
you know.
And they have good
SF
setup
gaming.
for him, too. Elder Titan, Bane, Wind Ranger, all of them have ways to let him get off that perfect position. Good ultis, good raises.
I'm expecting some kind of fringe pick, though, for In Your Dream, like a Monkey King mid or something here. That's something he's done a few times.
That is
Plays these out there heroes.
that's a hero against DK, huh?
Yeah, I
That's-
don't think it's a bad pick.
Guys, Huskar though.
Husker.
Huh?
Yeah, I see the
this
Huskar. I
this
see.
looks pretty good. I don't know. You're talking fringe picks.
I
Yep.
like Shadow Fiend more though. If
I mean, I'm
we're
down
keeping-
Shadow Fiend 100%. But in terms of these C games, you know, maybe it's just kind of fresh in their minds. They're like, yo, how do you feel about Huskar?
That's
Is
how
he
they
a
feel.
goddamn hero?
I think it's been proven now Huskar doesn't need a defensive support to really shine.
Yeah.
But I'd still like to see some Huskar Oracle games. It's also not awful. You know, it seems like we've forgotten how good Oracle Huskar or Dazzle Huskar, and I would worry about him as a standalone kind of core here without any real defensive, I don't know, a lot of control. Enough stuns that I wouldn't really want to be playing Huskar here. It's Kunkka
So
the
they
other
take
way.
Kunkka. Okay.
Okay.
That's one of his big heroes, though, right? That's something
Yeah.
he's very comfortable with.
Might be his most played for the qualifiers, I would speculate.
What do you think? Are we going to game 3, or is this another easy win for Fnatic?
Much more even draft. Like I don't.
Yeah. I
Like
agree.
last time, you see the draft and you're like, well, how do they win these lanes? And then if you can't win the lanes, you're against a team that pushes super fast in mid game. You just lose.
Yeah.
TA comes online, Visage comes online, game's over. This game, lanes are more balanced. I
A
would
lot
say.
of comfort picks on both sides, but DJ Sand King, Universe Darkseer,
Yep.
I find it hard to root against Fnatic in this one.
And
Yeah.
they're like last game, they're very much prioritizing this offlane duo always being a really good combo. Last game it was these 2 ranged heroes that get all the last hits, Wind Ranger, Enigma. You can't come near us, we harass you, we last hit everything. This time it's 2 melee. They go a very different direction, but same idea. There's this synergy where you Iron Shell Sand King, he
Yeah.
can Burrow Strike in, pressure for kills.
Yep.
It's a hard lane once more.
Fnatic 2-0, Universe Darkseer. I mean, what more do you want? He's the Darkseer.
What are you thinking, Lumi?
Not gonna root against my boys.
All right.
Not this
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Another vote for Jackie Mao. All right. Well,
I will probably have to be vote number 3. They just adjust these lanes so well. They're against the Morph lane, they pick 2 ranged heroes to harass them down. They're against the PL. They get melee heroes for the off lane that can benefit from Iron Shell. PL can't lane there. He's actually dodging the lane. He's standing up top, it seems, because the lanes that Fnatic have drafted are just going to be, once again, very tough for him.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you to the panelists. They will return. And then remember, we've got another whole best of 3 coming up after this. Winner of this one facing off against TNC in the upper bracket finals. Still a lot of Dota to come your way in this C qualifier.
Oh, they've scouted the lanes, Fnatic. They can now adjust to make sure they get those lanes that they want. This is the benefit of these early observer wards. If you can see where your opponents are laning things, you get the favorable matchups. 2 deep dire observer wards planted from smoke, and They do this because they know they have the better lanes if they get the right matchups. And because of these wards, they know they get Darkseer versus PL, and they're going to have their Mirana versus the Wind Ranger down bottom, which isn't a favorable lane. It's much more about the other one.
Yep. DJ, oh, he's able to grab the bounty down bottom. It's nice. So an advantage for Fnatic, 3-1.
And the fact DJ's down here, they don't even realize they've got bad lanes yet. The Radiant team did not get down any deep wards. They've seen Sanking. They're assuming Sanking is with Darkseer, but that is not the case.
Going to be in for a surprise. We'll see if they end up playing some musical lanes. We'll probably have to make some kind of adjustment.
It's such a long walk to go across those lanes. You never feel good about it, but you may just have to.
Yeah.
Darkseer with CM sounds just fine as well. It's not quite the Darkseer Sanking, but it's scary enough.
Okay, well, they see it. Check out the top lane. How do you feel about this new Darkseer cosmetic, Gods? You into it?
Absolutely have no idea what's going on here. This is my first time seeing it.
Oh, okay. I saw it in an Underhollow game earlier. Looks like Elder Titan's taking some pretty serious harassment. But yeah, that's new Ion Shell.
Okay, is this the golden version of it, I guess?
This is the golden version. So that's why it's so extreme. Rare. I think it's very, very rare, but still. It's something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it is something. He's trading blows a lot up top lane, getting them very low, but almost dies to the ET schmack.
Knows his limits. Nice surge away.
There's a Spirit, though. He wants to cancel the salve. He knows Universe wants to use this salve, and Zephyr wants to deny it, but sending the Spirit out now.
Universe does connect, and now he should be pretty safe.
Make sure that he gets far enough away before popping any of his regen.
Yeah, pops the clarity as well. Pi with a pole camp. Check in on mid. In Your Dream versus Abed. Very even spread. Should be a pretty boring mid matchup. Kunkka on DK.
I agree. This is
very little kill potential until at least level 6.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Kunkka Ghost Ship perhaps, but
without rotations at least.
So yeah, side lane is going to be where it's at.
So far no rotations though at a TNC Tiger.
Yeah, I feel like they know that if they walk across the whole lane, Fnatic can just follow them. If you TP, they're going to follow you with TPs. And the walking just feels like you miss out. You lose the lanes by walking across the map sometimes. So if it's not insta-lose lanes, you just kind of stick it out a bit. And the Wind Ranger does fine against the bottom lane. I think bottom lane's slightly TNC favored, if anything. It's just this top lane where things could get rough. But so far, PL is actually outlasting the Darkseer significantly, thanks to the ET help.
Yeah, he's doing fine. It's really not too bad, and mid continues to be kind of a wash. Abed with a slight lead, but also a denied disadvantage, so it makes up for it there.
Right. It's kind of, as we were happy about, a much more even draft. Not going to see either team just
run away.
Yeah. Oh, first rotation though. CMT being bottom does not find a kill. Couldn't quite get that
makes it back.
Stun arrow combo off. No points in the Frostbite yet, since he went for the Nova for the level 1 laning stage.
It just feels like that Ion Shell doesn't do anything to Elder Titan.
Yeah, he's just tanking it, and Darkseer doesn't have Soaring yet. This is really where you'd want to have Soaring so you can spam the Ion Shell and have that health regen, but has a last Clarity, which may even get broken by Zephyr. Zephyr's playing this lane stage has been very good.
Yeah, you don't realize how good Elder Titan is against Darkseer in this context, but being able to constantly knock off the regen like that, forcing Universe into a bad position with the Spirit. And
you just tanked Ion Shell damage. He didn't care. He's like, I'm right-clicking you harder than you're Ion Shelling me. Level 1 Ion Shell wasn't all that scary, and ET, with the bonus damage, was zoning the Darkseer.
Even level 2 Ion Shell is not that scary. And even though the CM aura really helps Darkseer, only level 1, it's not enough to tip him over the scales, and I think he's going to have to walk home here. Completely out of regen, still can't quite afford that Soul Ring, but it'll be close. He'll get it probably before he comes back to lane.
Yep. This is going to make top lane a win for the TNC Tigers. The other two lanes right now are pretty even. Almost dead even, I would say. Kunkka, DK, identical CS more or less. Kunkka does have the X TP home, so he can get some more items cheaply. Doesn't have to leave the lane, and then bottom lane is 15-7 on Mirana, 13-6 Wind Ranger. So very even lane as well so far, but we'll start to swing Fnatic's way with their tri lane down here.
Maybe this Bane do something. 1-4-3-7, invisible. 2 points in the brain sap. Will not catch Fnatic off guard. DJ on the other side. There is a sentry ward here. That's a Radiant sentry. Very exciting. This is a very slow start for Universe.
Yeah, he comes back to lane instantly. ET's there to zone him out. There's bounty runes, which Universe is going to get one up for his team. But on the other side, it is 1437 getting both of the bounty runes.
There's a dire sentry there. He kind of walked in vision, but still made it happen. TP home.
Yeah,
He's
fine.
good. No burrow strike.
Yeah.
No vacuum.
I kind of felt like the CM Darkseer lane was going to be adequate enough, but in hindsight, it's really looking like they should have had the Sanking with Darkseer from the start, because Darkseer needed that buddy to Iron Shell and also tank damage for him. That is definitely not CM.
No.
CM is always going to sit as far back as possible.
Abed just pops the ultimate mid. A little bit of extra damage. Kunkka does not seem too phased by it.
Yep.
Pops a jig. Dota's really evolved to have some great taunts.
Yeah, I like where the taunts have gone. There's plenty of them. They're a little bit obnoxious, but not crossing the line with being too obnoxious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you mentioned the Darkseer cosmetics. You know, cosmetics are getting a little bit crazy in some places, but taunts are definitely not there yet.
Yeah, I think it's the Frankfurt Major, that big one. Oh,
Yep.
Pili die. He's going to get caught by the boat combo, and that should be enough for a first blood. 6 minute in your dream. Does get that bonus gold. Abed will not be able to find a return kill. 1-0. Good start for the Tigers.
Nicely done. Top lane now. PL should be fine here. A real play to kill him, but for Frankfurt Major, you thinking the SF taunts?
Yes. I think that pushed the limits of everyone's tolerance.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
I think they were banking on few players having the gusto to actually do that on the main stage of a major consistently game after game.
As we've seen with voice lines, players, if there's something there they can use, they will use it, and not in moderation. The voice lines really highlight. Players don't care about it being a suitable moment to spam it. They will just spam it for the fun of it.
That's true. Zephyr up top, looking for a stomp, but not enough. Universe will be able to finish him off that Ion Shell. DJ in the Sandstorm. It's a little harder to see on heroes like Sand King. He was Ion Shelled that whole time, and he's Ion Shelled right now.
Gotta watch that health bar drop as 1437. It's going to plant a ward right in front of the Sand King. That's going to be an easy D ward if they want to. And also potentially a kill here as DJ's surge forward and...
Oh, Brain Sap might actually be enough. DJ falls short.
Wow.
30 HP, and now Universe, he's going to get stomped. This could maybe turn the other way. Spirit Lance, not quite enough, but Spirit Charge. It's Phantom Rush.
That was a big outplay. And a big dive from Fnatic.
That's big misplay.
Yeah, that cost them a lot. This PL is having a great time. He's top net worth. He's free farming. Now he's getting kills with his team.
Down bottom, KYXY. Little Frostbite into arrow action, leaping all over the place.
Oh, gets the shackle. Can he TP out from the trees?
It's going to be close.
Where is he going to juke to?
Don't have too much interrupt, and it doesn't matter. They'll find him in the tree line. Envy with the kill.
Yep.
Punish that one. He does make him work for it, though.
Uses all 3 leap charges there, which take a long time to replenish with the level 1 leap. And good call not to go for a TP out there, because if you die without your TP, it feels pretty bad.
Yeah.
With that long walk back to lane. But yeah, much more even game, and I like seeing In Your Dream on Kunkka. This is a hero he excels at, and 458 looks way more comfortable on the PL than the Morphling from last game.
Yeah, absolutely. And just have it set up to be much more successful this game as well. Level 8. Yeah, this is a great start.
Shackle down bottom. They've maybe got Envy here.
Oh.
His leap just came back up, and oh no.
Oh, that's such a heartbreaker.
XY. It's arid as well, but no follow-up. Yeah, he woke up the Nightmare. Envy just got his leap charge back just in time there as well. Perhaps they could have chased him down after the leap if he didn't accidentally sleep himself. Bit of miscommunication there. 1437 just wanted to get a few more Nightmare right-clicks in and probably wait for the Brain Sap cooldown, which may have killed him off. Or even just Nightmare into a power shot.
Get this, though. Smoke rotation with Abed from the mid lane. They did not smoke under a ward or anything, but going to struggle to find the opening. Moonlight Shadow, 4-5-8, backing up, but they'll use the Dragon Tail. Some follow-up, stun, lockdown from the CM. The root, nowhere for him to go. They get a clean kill on the PL.
Well played gank, and they do this around the bounty runes as well. I think they were expecting PL to go for a bounty rune here. Instead, they're just going to pick it up for themselves and turns into a tier 1 tower.
Kunkka with the Invis, sets up onto Sand King, but he did go back home. Actually, not enough damage to finish him off, and now they'll turn on to the Elder Titan. In comes Universe. He's surged up. DJ will live, no detection, and they'll make it too. PL and Elder Titan down for the price of 1.
Yep. Miranda does go down bottom lane to that Bane Wind Ranger combo.
Oh.
A lot of that does go back to KYXY, you know, forcing out the triple leap, and Envy's just playing in this lane without leap charges makes it very difficult. And
True.
Wind Ranger going to go straight for the Maelstrom. KYXY kind of going to be playing the more core style, not this 4-position utility that we often see. As it stands, though, Fnatic finding a few nice little kills for them. Unable to fully turn it into towers just yet.
Nice stack from Pylai Die as he walks by through the mid lane. Setting it up for Abed. Still feels pretty okay for Fnatic. Certainly a lot more even than last game, and they, you know, the PL is getting space, but as we saw in that last gank, I think the CM route is going to be one of the key tools of shutting down this PL. Probably force him into an earlier BKB than he'd like to buy.
Yeah, there's definitely annoying stuff. There's also the Manta, which may be the more scaling-oriented item he can get to deal with it, but he needs something.
I think he'll need both. I mean, you always
Yeah.
want to get Diffusal Manta, but that's where I mean, I think he doesn't want to get a BKB, but he's going to have to. Envy caught by the boat combo, but again, no kill. Arrow off the mark. Stun from DJ. They drop a sentry straight away. Shackle does latch, but it's low level.
Yep. They forced a lot of TP rotations there, and thanks to the great vision they have, they saw everybody TPing in. Otherwise, they dive for that kill. That would have been horrible for TNC Tigers. They've got heroes farming elsewhere on the map, ET up top, PL in the jungle and in mid lane, so no need to force a kill there. Just the rotations alone frees up space elsewhere on the map.
Smoke now, Fnatic. That's a Radiant ward they're standing on. Oh. Well, I think they saw that one.
Okay. See if Banes may walk into this one, but that's the smoke for 5 position.
Yep. Oh, nice shackle. Interrupts the epicenter. Actually doesn't do any damage. Bane standing in the sandstorm will die. Universe gets credit for that one with the Ion Shell. Pylai Die with a huge ultimate. DJ in a follow-up stun, but this one might cost him his life. Trying to fog. Moonlight Shadow. It might be enough. The boat flies overhead as the power shot catches one.
Ion Shell damage is doing some work here. Universe chases, gets juked initially. Can he still chase this one?
Looks like it.
Yep.
In your dream, nowhere to go.
Yeah, very heads-up play from Universe. The second he doesn't see him, he knows he's gone into those trees and chases him down.
Very well done.
Pretty even fight in the end there. Kunkka dying, as did the Bane, died to the Iron Shell, plus Sandstorm from the Sand King, so it looked like it was a 2-for-2 trade.
Yep.
In the end.
Think so. Recap, struggling with that one a little bit, but finally Universe online. You know, I think normally you'd expect him to be a little higher on the net worth chart, just his Darkseer reputation and prowess, but he's recovered pretty darn well, and he's just going to move into the Crimson Guard now that he's got the Helm of the Dominator, Soul Ring, basic items he needs to start scaling to success.
Yep. Damage block against PL and Wind Ranger sounds pretty damn nice.
And now coming in, DJ, maybe in some trouble. KYXY on the run. No kill on either side. This Ion Shell on the Sand King, very annoying though. Not a unheard of combo, but quite potent nonetheless.
Yeah, often Sand King feels a bit underwhelming at a certain point when you have like level 4 stun but nothing else to back it up, like no Blink Dagger, and you can't Epicenter because they just disable you. So Ion Shell is just a big boost to his damage. Essentially it means when he Burrow Strikes someone, they're going to take an extra 150, 200 damage.
Pylai Die and feed his life away in the mid lane. Won't get much out of that one, but Diffusal Blade
timing, yeah.
up on PL, yeah.
He's ready to fight, get involved. They need to make sure they have detection. I feel like the Sand King is getting away with just sandstorming in the middle of 2-3 heroes way too often.
Yeah.
The lack of sentries and dust is pretty poor from TNC Tigers. And Fnatic have all the vision in the world right now.
Holding the high ground here. Arrow will connect onto the PL. Dragon Knight was caught by the Fiend's Grip, but no real follow-up. PL on the run. He's not going to be able to survive this one, but Boat does connect on quite a few dire heroes. Epicenter this time will fly. Highlight die interrupted almost right away. It looked good for the Tigers, but now low on resources. In Your Dream will die as he dances his way to a watery grave.
Yeah, great team fight from Fnatic. They get the big 5-second arrow on PL. Actually set up by a bit of a nightmare there, which was unfortunate for Tigers. I believe Bane felt he needed to use it to block some other spells in initiation, but the end result was it gave a perfect 5-second arrow to Envy, who gets an easy kill there on the PL. Perhaps needing to cancel that nightmare a bit earlier so PL could have doppelganger dodged it. As both PL and Kunkka die in that one. So the two big carries giving Fnatic a decent lead here 15 minutes in.
Yeah, PL still farming pretty well, but Dragonite also keeping tempo, and some of that trickling down to the supports. Sand King about a third of the way to the Blink Dagger. He'll get a little bit of space in the bottom lane. And Mirana, of course, just going for the Maelstrom. No surprise there. Highlight Die doing decent on levels. He's keeping up. Soon to be 8. A lot of big ultimates this game. Feel like we've seen a good bit of damage come out of him.
Yeah, like the Max Nova build this game. I feel like a lot of CMs for a while were just going this Max Frostbite with Max Aura, ignoring the Nova, but this is a game where the damage and slow from the Nova is going to be super value. Very good against the PL and his illusions as well.
Yeah, 100%.
You can doppelganger it off, but you pretty much are going to save it for post-doppelganger. You just instantly use it, and the damage means you're going to right away narrow down the PL to one of two of the units you see.
Yes.
If he has like an 8 illusion army, you use the Nova. 2 of them are going to take less damage. One's the real PL, one is the doppelganger illusion, so you have a very good chance of killing him post-doppelganger.
Yeah, and that's where you roll the dice, Frostbite, blow him up.
Absolutely.
Feels good.
And there are, yeah, like you say, there is sometimes a roll the dice where if PL's using jukes, you may not know which is the real one, but it gives you a good shot at killing him.
Now Smoke on the other side as they shrine up. Gets popped right away by 4-5-8. Moonlight Shadow now to help pursue. Clears out the illusions. They find the Dragon Tail. Follow-up not quite there. Well played by Zephyr with a stomp to prevent the follow-up initiation. And that'll be the end of it. Fnatic just stay on their side of the river. And the Tigers go back to farming.
Yeah, both teams kind of respecting the lines being drawn for now, as Fnatic may want to, with the, I guess DK ulti's one off, so maybe they can't get this top tier 1 tower. They may just want to go back to farm themselves. They have got Crimson Guard, so they are very strong in a team fight with this item. See if they can find a way to utilize it.
Yeah, things slowing down a little. I guess it's been a relatively slow game. Feels like Fnatic don't really want to fight that much. They don't have that much of an advantage. They are giving a lot of room to the PL.
Problem is, this PL, they just assess the PL and say, he's not a big threat. He is not going to solo carry this game. We've got Dragonite, super high armor, a lot of damage mitigation, health regen, also has the AoE splash damage, and slow later on. We've got Darkseer, Iron Shell, Vacuum, and most importantly, the Crimson Guard now. These heroes aren't afraid of PL until he gets like 4 or 5 items, and even then it depends how PL itemized. A lot of PLs we're seeing get like the BKB you mentioned. You may need to go BKB, a Heart of Tarrasque. These items give you 0 damage against DK Darkseer.
That's true, especially once the Crimson Guard is complete. He has the Vanguard like you said. Oh, the Crimson's up.
It's completed, yeah.
Okay, wow, you're right.
He's good to go. He's ready to team fight.
Yeah, this is tough. Now it seems the Tigers will be the ones to press the issue up top. Wind Ranger.
Yep.
Using the Focus Fire.
It's for Tigers, this game is going to have to go late, and Kunkka's going to have to be the one who gets farmed, as well as PL. Definitely PL can have an impact. It's just not going to be quite the, oh, you've got Diffusal Yasha or Diffusal Manta, you're like the strongest hero in the game. You can kill anyone you want, because 2 of these heroes can actually survive through the damage. But we'll see. Kunkka has the Heaven's Halberd queued up. Good item for him. Big fan. Just gets super tanky.
Yep. It's a great hybrid item on him. Survivability, utility, and also a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Some nice strength.
It gives a surprisingly large amount of damage, particularly for strength heroes. Plus 25 damage with 20 strength. Like for the build-up, it's just like, oh, you suddenly get 25 damage out of nowhere. You didn't. There's no damage components to it.
Yeah.
Just the strength items, but you get some nice cheap damage out of it. The active this game is not bad. On the range heroes, it has a 5-second disarm.
Now Smoke from the Tigers.
They're gonna catch Zephyr here, it looks like, in the jungle.
Yeah, they're going to catch
TP
1,
and
4,
Demon,
3,
yeah.
7 perhaps. Envy will finish him off easily. And on the other side, they're going to grab one more. It's DJ. Kunkka able to sidestep the arrow. Well done there. Boat will fly over. Pylai Die actually dies in the enemy jungle to the PL.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
PL just TP'd in there to farm, it looks like, because there was multiple dire wards there and no Radiant Vision, so...
Now a stun from DJ. Channels up the Epi. Zephyr will take a lot of damage. Ion Shell making that an easy kill. Now DJ, though, caught by the X-Torrent combo. No boat from In Your Dream. On the other side of the fight, looks like Abed trying to pursue. Completely out of mana here, but will be surged up by Universe.
It's classic PL things, not having mana. Not fun to play against PL because of that.
Yep.
Has a Soaring, though. Soaring Wand. I like this. Making sure you have the Soaring build against the PL. May hold on to this for quite some time.
Yeah. That's one of the things that makes the DK an appealing pick against the PL. You usually want to go Soul Ring in most games anyway.
Yeah, he didn't get the mana regen talent at level 10, which is an amazing mana regen talent considering it's level 10 talent, getting 2 full mana regen.
Yep, boat comes in, but Wind Ranger will go down first. DJ in the front lines, BKB from Abed. That's the debut.
And there's just action in like multiple lanes constantly.
Yeah, 458 gets another kill.
Yeah, he's solo killing people, it seems. Perhaps ET helped there.
Yeah, I think ET helped, but still, that's the Mirana. I mean, that's not some support. That ain't Pylai Die.
Yeah, the CM kill you don't really think too much of. You're like, oh, it's just a CM doing some warding, but core Mirana going down, PL is going to be feeling pretty good about where he's at. Yasha into Heart of Tarask. Build seems fine for this game. After the Heart and perhaps Heart into Manta, I definitely want to see like a big damage item because otherwise he just won't have good answers to DK. Possibly a Silver Edge game where you can break his passive. We'll see what he considers.
Blink Dagger going to be coming for the Wind Ranger. Her farm continuing to impress this game.
Yep. And that's the nice thing about the Tigers lineup is they've got 3 cores that all can scale, with Wind Ranger playing a 3 position with the Maelstrom build. It's not like no 4 staffs, well there is going to be a blink, but no blink rush. He's not playing around being an initiator.
Universe is also not far off of a pipe.
Yeah, he's got all these team items. We'll see how well he can scale. A lot of his scaling kind of depends often on how good are your Wall of Replica illusions, which this game is not all too bad with the PL. Some of the other heroes don't feel like they're going to be too impactful. You get an ET Aura, theoretically, is...
Gods, is this the game for the Darkseer Aghanims? It's pretty good against PL.
It's
sort of.
not bad.
Not really. It's okay.
I'm a hater. I know you're a big fan. I'm just...
a big fan. I bought it in that one game, that one time 2 years ago.
It's not enough damage bonus. It doesn't change the spell in any way other than more damage.
Yeah, you're one of those guys. Always got to be
the numbers.
Always got to be something different. If we're just doing extra damage, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
The day that Lich Ags was changed was the day I started buying Ags on Lich. Is that what you're telling me?
It changes the spell. Yeah, it's got to do something special. Just boosting damage. There's not many Ags I feel like that just give you like a raw boost in like the damage that are.
I think Veno might be one of the only ones that it feels okay. This is worth it. But that's also a cooldown reduction.
Yeah, that's the thing. It changes it because it like halves the cooldown or something, which I think does change the way the hero plays.
That's true. Same with Spirit Breaker. That's
like Lion and Lina, 2 examples where their Ags are both just kind of awful because they just boost the damage and.
Well, Lina with the BKB piercer.
That's true. I think the old Ags didn't have that.
And Lion's got the 5-finger now. You know?
Yep. That's the thing. They changed these Ags because they were garbage. They had to give them something new to make them viable, and even with the something new, they're still not great. But
yeah, that's true. Lion Ags, you know, the theory-crafted counter to PL. Unfortunately, not the real-life counter to PL.
You use it and then you just doppelgangers and.
Well, they did change that mana drain talent a while ago to make it a little more appealing. So now it multi-target mana drain.
Yeah.
That kills multiple illusions, I believe.
That's one way to farm some gold.
Yeah. It's a little hokey, but it does make Lion not a 0 factor against PL late game. Makes him like a 5% factor against PL.
Yeah. PL's illusions just feel more about the chaos and the mana burn than the damage output.
Yeah.
It's like, and he makes them so fast. Great against, I'd say, like Terrorblades. Like Terrorblades, your illusion build-up is kind of slower. Your illusions deal a lot more damage than the PL. They're kind of core part of your damage output, so.
No, that's definitely true.
And hey, they give a lot of gold when you kill them, too.
Heart on PL. So those kills that he picked up have actually made all the difference in the world. And I think it's given 4, 5, 8 more confidence to say, you know what? I don't need the Manta. I don't need the BKB. I can make this stretch to the Heart. And if I get it, guys, we're going to be in great shape. My illusions are going to be super survivable. You know, your illusions don't really care about BKB. We'll hold that thought. Abed
linked
in deep.
He's a BKB, though. He should be fine.
Double damage on the Wind Ranger. Maybe needs to be a little careful. Now disarmed. Fiend's Grip through the BKB. This is a sad DK.
He's tanking it, though.
Pretty good split. Pretty good boat as well. Universe now goes down. You're right. Abed's still alive. DJ now in decently far. He'll get brought down to dead as the Tigers take a nice fight on their high ground.
Yeah, Bane buys back, but that's the least of your worries. It's a 5-position support. Who cares? Great fight. And yeah, before that fight broke out, even though Tigers are down like 2k gold, it's now even less after that fight, it doesn't feel it. It actually kind of feels like they're in a better position because they're going to scale better. The PL has made this big jump to a Heart of Tarask without going for like a Manta style along the way. He's incredibly tanky. He's kind of unkillable now. And Fnatic's lineup just feels like they need a few more items before they actually get scary. DK, if he gets like 4 or 5 big items, does match up well against PL. Same for Mirana. I think I'd say Mirana less so. The Mjolnir is only going to do so much against illusions. But the scary thing is, by the time you get all these items, Tigers is not just going to be a PL. They're going to be a PL, a Wind Ranger, and a Kunkka late game. ET goes late game amazingly well. Tigers, I feel like, may have this game.
Quite possibly, but if they lose the PL here, that's going to hurt. Arrow follows up. He's tanky, but maybe not tanky enough. It's a nice shackle from KYXY, but PL falls. 3-hero stomp into boat. Where's the follow-up? It's just not there. Fnatic survived through it, and now they're in hot pursuit. They find the stun onto In Your Dream. He's going to be locked down and likely brought down. Hungry for more, Pylai Dai charges out, but the rest of the Radiant have made the retreat, and they will cut their losses. Big response.
Yeah.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
They're not done yet. They want more.
1-4-3-7. Arrow will connect, and the Bane Elemental will be ripped apart.
This is like Fnatic do very well. Like they lose a fight. It doesn't. So many teams like after losing a fight go into like defensive. Let's like play patiently. Fnatic's like no, let's just run at them and just catch them by surprise. They go straight into the PL. They kill him, isolate him. He's completely alone there, and 4-5-8 causes 3 heroes to go down there.
They grab another. Zephyr caught by the stun. Arrow sets it up to either.
Abed's on the high ground. He's killing KYXY.
Whoa, you're right. I'm tunnel vision on that Elder Titan, but it's a full 5-man wipe.
Whoa.
Fnatic just erupt.
That came out of nowhere.
Pylai Dai with a victory ulti.
And 5 kills, all stemming from one. The PL getting caught out there. He gets caught out. And then 2-3 teammates come in like, we got to help him. Let's try and make this right. And those heroes die because they're trying to help the PL. And then Fnatic, they're like, well, it's 5v2. They've only got 2 heroes alive. Let's go push forward. Let's take a tier 2. And they get more kills because it's 5v2. So PL making some costly mistakes there on the enemy side of the map.
Definitely going to slow down his farm a little bit. DK really closing the net worth gap. He just picked up that Maelstrom, and now he's already got the Hyperstone almost at the full Mjolnir. Of course, an incredible item against PL. Clear out illusions. Very tanky DK. We saw how much he's tanked in that last fight on the enemy high ground here. Imagine that with the static charge buff.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't get the double Dragon Blood regen and armor at level 20. Seems like we're seeing it more and more, and particularly in these games where you're against like PL-type heroes, where you want to be unkillable. We saw it a lot against Storms when these DKs wanted to just become too hard for a Storm to kill as well.
I think it also fits the mentality of how you want to play DK these days. The 150 gold per minute is pretty good, but for that to really pay dividends, you want that game to go on, not maybe as long as possible, but for a pretty good window. The Dragon Blood makes you feel like, hey, we need to close this out. I didn't go the scaling build. Let's fight now while I have this big advantage. And I think that helps maintain your tempo.
Yeah, the times where I've seen the GPM work is when you're behind, which is when, like, our game plan hasn't worked. Let's just get this GPM talent and turtle and hope for the best, because maybe this will take us into the late game.
Sure, when you're not in control anymore. DJ gets the setup stun onto the PL. Abed's there with some follow-up. The ensnare, quite good. Universe joins the party. Wall comes down. PL does doppelganger up. They lose Pylai Dai as the boat connects. Dust used. and they are going to find this kill. Now the Epicenter doing some decent follow-up damage to the Elder Titan. He'll also get brought down. They go 1 for 2. Again, it's the Tigers in retreat. Dragon Tail follow-up connects on In Your Dream. Arrow, it's there. The layup.
DJ once more. He's chasing past the Kunkka.
Very nice. Yule's Scepter setup. Low on mana. Letting
Got him
that
with the
clarity
Hero Boulder.
tick.
Cancels the TP thanks to the mud columns.
Well, Kunkka dies. No surprise there.
And DJ's still fishing. He wants this Bane. Bane's like, oh crap. I'm just trapped here.
Does 1437 get out of this? He does not have a TP.
I think they know he's here though. Managed to juke and
successfully juked the Sand King.
Who instead will find KYXY down bottom. Does he find him in these trees?
Universe also runs on by. Power shot. All right, well, another good fight for Fnatic. Looking at the gold graph, things, well, kind of holding steady.
There's so much lockdown. It's so hard for PL to play because he's just getting initiated on by a Sand King stun. Then there's a Frostbite to follow it up, a DK stun. Arrow wasn't even there. Luckily, Envy got hit by an ET stomp. Otherwise, that would have been the quick, easy PL kill that would have just insta-lost the fight for them. Fight still goes horribly wrong because they can chase down the PL, and Envy survived a full duration Fiend script because he had his BKB up, so there was just no one who could kill anyone in a fight like that.
Probably Die securing some farm for himself with that ultimate, having fun with the Shadow Amulet as well.
Yeah, we saw it on the Undying. It's going to be just another casual amulet, using that invis to be super annoying.
It's really a pretty cool concept.
For the price point, it's pretty crazy that you can go perma-invis and make your teammates perma-invis.
Yeah, the fact that it has no duration, no cooldown. Very nice item to have.
Yep.
Kunkka will TP out. And on the other side, there's a Fiend script, but he still gets off the Burrow Strike. Will cost him a Sand King. First casualty of this fight. Fnatic need to be careful, but BKB's pop. They're going to go in onto the Kunkka. Earth Splitter doesn't do too much. 1 for 1 now, but they've lost a core. Now the stun on PL. Envy comes back in, reinitiates, and Universe with a nice vac wall. Brings the PL low. He falls, and Zephyr on the other side. Looks like he'll survive for now. Abed, he wants more. He's got the Dragon Tail. Blink Dagger going to be coming up. They Delta split into the trees. TP home. It looks like the rest of Tigers will survive again. Seems like the same sort of fight happening over and over. Most of them survive. The PL dies, and Fnatic get another 1 to 2K game.
Yeah, and that's the amazing part about having all these AoE spells like the Breathe Fire, the Crystal Nova, even just the DK ulti splash damage, that it's so easy to find the real PL. Every time he's doppelgangering to escape, it just seems like Abed can instantly find the real PL. He pings it and gets a DK stun on it right after the doppelganger. They bring him down once more, and it is just proven to be way too difficult for this PL to maneuver in these fights.
Love this build from the Darkseer. Stopped off for a Blink Dagger, now Shiva's Guard. This is just pure auras coming out of Universe.
Yep. And that fight, the second the DK found the real PL, Universe is there. Blink Wall gets the PL illusion for his team, and at that point, there is very little TNC Tigers can do to win the fight.
Always an impressive Darkseer performance.
Yeah. Kunkka needs more items. I think if he has like a... Even one Daedalus doesn't sound like enough. He needs, what, like a Daedalus with his level 20 talent and maybe even a second Daedalus. His farm is just not quite adequate enough to have an impact on these fights.
Yeah, one of the issues with core Kunkka sometimes can be a difficult hero to farm with. It feels like he's very reliant on finding kills, getting rotations, using that X combo.
Yeah.
And it's definitely been tough. Fnatic, like you said, have so much stun, so many ways to initiate. Arrow, be off the mark here, but Moonlight Shadow could still maybe yield an opener. DJ bumps into the Wind Ranger. Yule's Scepter into Burrow Strike, but there's a PL on the high ground. Fiend's Grip from 1437, but beautiful back wall sets it up as they bring down KYXY and the Bane. Instant buyback from the Wind Ranger, but Pylai Die with an ultimate, clear out creeps, prevent any kind of reinitiation.
Yeah, using Freezing Field to clear creep waves, things are in a pretty good situation.
Also felt like a little bit of a preemptive play, like if that PL does jump in or that Wind Ranger gets too giddy after the buyback, you're just positioned very well.
Yeah, you don't want to really find a Freezing Field as a PL unless you can insta-burst this Crystal Maiden.
But either way, when you're using Freezing Field as a zoning tool, you're feeling pretty good, no matter how you spin it.
Yep.
More economic damage once again. 13K net worth is the favor. 25 to 13. Fnatic in a very comfortable position now.
Yeah. And he finds a DD rune, so see what they can get with that. Does still have Aegis for several minutes, and
Envy maybe in trouble here. Atos starts things off. Looks like there's another fight breaking out down bottom, but Envy gets brought down. That is the Aegis.
yeah, they're chasing KYX with win range. Envy's going to have to BKB.
KYXY on the run. DJ, Burrow Strike will survive. Let's check the other side. Looks like they're doing a lot of damage to the PL. Envy lives. BKB now used by Abed, but the Earth Splitter will hit Envy, and he actually goes down. Other side, Elder Titan, frozen up by Pylai Die, but they're on the run. I think Fnatic are in some trouble here.
Yeah, PL's maybe found a way back into this fight. He has the heart regen, so he's slowly getting back up to health where he can go back in, and Abed.
He is going down.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of regen, but it's not enough. They lose 3. Tigers showing a big-time sign of life as Universe and DJ head for the hills. They will both survive.
Fnatic were 2 split there. They had 2 heroes chasing after the Wind Ranger, and then Envy was alone against multiple heroes. He loses the Aegis, has this BKB, but it doesn't get him out of there with just a couple leap charges, and PL's Phantom Rush are able just to chase after the leaps, which allowed them to essentially kill him a second time there. And then DK shows up. He's like, all right, this PL's alone. Let's find the real PL. Same thing as always. Abed, fantastic job finding the real PL, but this time, unlike before, he didn't have the damage to bring PL down. He escapes on like 300 health, and once he escapes, he's able to heal back up thanks to the Heart of Taras regen.
High ground.
There's 40 seconds without a buyback on DK.
Is this an option? Tiger's not going to force the issue.
They don't have good building hitters. Like PL's
That's true.
okay, but it's not like a building expert like the Lycans and Lone Druid type heroes.
Right.
So they're going to just use this time to get farm and push out these side lanes.
Get these last outer towers. Double siege wagons here, so should be a pretty easy tier 2 for the Wind Ranger. At least forces out a glyph, and if Fnatic want to defend this, they will have to rotate. Moonlight Shadow.
They're in no rush on the Tiger side. Their lineup should scale better. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. There's going to be plenty of plays Fnatic can make. We've seen them outmaneuver Tigers countless times, so it's not like if this goes 50, 60 minutes, Tigers are just going to instantly win, but their lineup definitely has a slight edge should it get to that stage and you're equal on farm.
Yeah, I think the Wind Ranger is the one that really tips the scales there. She is a little behind on farm, but there's the Daedalus on Kunkka, so that'll certainly help. Still only 18, but...
The other really nice here is the ET, his aura, just something that will always scale into the late game. Particularly if you tank up with a BKB, he can just get in close to make sure he gets the minus armor aura off, which is what's going to allow the PL and Kunkka to do crazy amounts of damage.
50% max HP is damage. Sounds good. Abed does have the BKB, but maybe needs to be careful here. The smoke rotation gets broken. They go up the high ground. Mirana, Fiend's Grip, follow up Shackle, and down goes Envy. They catch him with the rotation. Does have a buyback, but very much eating into that lead. That alone is a 1K swing. But Universe sets up on 3, and they just evaporate. It looked like a team of illusions, gods.
They melted so fast there, and now 458 may just die here. He BKBs, but they can chase.
I think he's going to go down. It's almost done.
DJ's just waiting for him. He's going to walk right into DJ's hands. He's trying to juke with the illusion. Oh, it's working for now, but I don't think it's going to work for long.
They know, and they've got the split. They've got the right clicks. 4 dead. That was absolutely incredible. I'm almost just stunned at how quickly they died.
They got insta-deleted.
The DK did 5,400 damage.
Yeah, that damage came out so incredibly fast. Vacuum, Burrow Strike, Wall, and yeah. I think they got the big part is they get the ET aura with the vacuum wall. I was like, I'm trying to think, like,
that's it.
They
You're
shouldn't
right.
have been that squishy, right? In my head, I'm like, okay, I guess it was just a good combo, but they should be tankier. ET aura makes the damage amp insane for Fnatic. And they're just going to go high ground.
They're going to trade, though. In Your Dream, he's got some siege creeps. He's hitting exposed barracks right now.
Yeah. Can they get back to defend? They've taken...
They take melee.
They've got TPs here. There's a lack of TPs on the Fnatic side.
Oh, they've got some. Envy's got one. DJ's got one. Abed, the only one lacking TP right now. So, but they lose their ranged barracks. does favor Fnatic, but it's not a great trade. I mean, it feels okay for the Tigers given how far behind they are right now.
And given like all those heroes were dead, there was no way they were ever going to defend their Rex there. So
That's
the
true.
fact they could get a free tier 3 plus range Rex is best of a bad situation for them. But they'll still find themselves in a pretty tricky place once they respawn. I think it's been pretty important that Abed himself is a PL player. It seems like he's the one, every single time PL doppelgangers, he's the quickest one to find the real PL. He just knows and understands how this hero works. He's really good at just isolating the real one, and it's incredible how fast he is at just getting that blink stun on the PL after every single doppelganger.
Yeah. They are playing around the PL very effectively. Pile I Die, he is getting way more farm than he's used to, I'm sure. Glimmer Cape, BKB on the way, net worth, not too bad. You compare that to the 5 on the other side, and old Theban, well, he's got Arcane Boots.
Got that GPM talent.
So a nice 3xer there on the position 5s.
Man, if CM doesn't get the level 15 mana cost and mana loss reduction aura talent in this game against the PL Diffusal, I don't think you ever get it. Like, surely this is the game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, this is like, hey, you're against a Diffusal, it's the prime target. It's just not enough. I've played enough CM, I've tried both, and that 14% just...
Yeah.
Maybe it's like no field, and you just don't notice it. There's no graphic, there's no animation. It's a very passive thing that adds up over time. But 150 GPM is... Ooh.
Yeah, there's tangible results there.
And CM's a position 5 that actually does a lot with farming. If you get a BKB, you can do a lot in team fights. If they can't interrupt you, if they can't kill you, you know, if you get that Ghost Scepter Glimmer, it's pretty game changing.
You're a happy CM there, and
yeah,
we'll see what Pile can do. He's got a BKB queued up. That'll. Is there anything to cancel out the Fiend's Grip? You're not using Fiend's Grip on a CM. At least you don't want to in this game. As Fnatic slow things down here, both teams going to be eyeing off Roshan, which will respawn in a minute and a half.
Some movement around the river. DJ uses that Yule Scepter, but blinks defensively. Does not want to get caught too far forward here. Some illusions will drain some extra mana. MKB on the way for Dragon Knight.
Okay. Just wants to be able to right-click the Wind Ranger. And PL, not going Butterfly, but perhaps you may be considering that. Halberd is on the Kunkka, so there's evasion there as well. Definitely feels justified, and MKB is just a great damage-dealing item for carries as well. Here you go, Fnatic. Arcane Rune on Envy as well.
Moonlight Shadow. Oh, BKB from KYXY. They get a nice shackle onto Abed, but there's the follow-up. Fiend Script stunned up. They just can't bring him down. He hasn't BKB'd yet. Finally at half HP, DJ with a huge epicenter. They've lost the 2 supports on Tigers already, and I don't know how they possibly win this fight. They get the Kunkka. He's caught by the freezing field.
They just don't take any damage, Zyori.
I mean...
They're all full health.
It's insane. Even the DK, he's regened up.
They are 60 health regen.
Almost get DJ, but Glimmer Cape, he resets. There's been a buyback now from the Kunkka. They're going to try to repel. Fnatic being very cautious here. They're not going to overcommit. This is nice, controlled play, headed towards the Roche pit.
DK hit 25, so has that plus 40 strength, and he got down to like about a third, maybe a quarter health, which is kind of close, but that was every single spell. All of your damage dropped onto Abed.
Kinda close. He's got 50 armor.
Yeah. And the problem is, ET does not get rid of that armor. It's all bonus armor, so...
Yeah, that's another great point. It's all bonus armor.
Theoretically, you know, you're thinking all these high agi carries with all this armor that you want to deal with an ET. Works great, but not against DK. This is not base armor.
Wow. MKB. Already able to survive that well. Opens up for him to transition into right-clicking items. Now some cheese on the Dragon Knight. And who ended up with the Aegis? Envy. Okay. Yep. He's also got that Lincoln's now. Kunkka going in for a little bit of low-risk creep clear. He's going to go for the Blink Dagger after his Daedalus.
Smoke into the Aegis. This
Still feels
risky.
like the Kunkka hasn't done too much damage in these fights.
No, and
I don't know what he buys to be able to do that. You know, I mean, Rapier is always an option, but I don't know how you fix the problems that they're having right now.
Yeah, he's got a blink queued up.
I mean, look at this. Pylai die, 5-man smoke, tanked by the position 5 CM.
Fnatic will happily take this 4v5. They can get a good DK initiation. Vacuum wall is there.
And there's the buyback from Pi. He's got a shrine to TP to. The Kunkka lives a little longer than planned.
Yep.
They take off the Nightmare and
He's toggling.
should still go down eventually. There we go. They've got the clicks. The double damage on Envy definitely makes that easier. No buyback on the Kunkka.
Can they get more?
Oh, DJ, look at this. Jumps right on the Elder Titan. BKB will keep Zephyr alive. That is the 10-second charge. So guaranteed survival here, but doesn't feel great.
Not at all.
With that bottom lane down. That'll be a shrine.
Yep. Not much you can do to stop that one. It looks like they're going to take the tier 2 top. No
think-
rush to take high ground.
I think this is rapier territory on the Kunkka.
Sure as hell feels like it. Now, it's all about damage issues for this Radiant team. The PL has got such a burden on his shoulders to carry these fights and be the main damage dealer, and Wind Ranger, don't know, it's scaled okay. Like, I don't feel like this Wind Ranger is that poor by any means, but it's the itemization on Fnatic that just makes everyone unkillable, as well as the heroes. Like, DK and Darkseer are just untouchable, and the reason they keep giving Envy Aegis is because he's the one hero who could theoretically die. If he gets stunned, he is squishy, but with a second life, it gives him that chance to respawn and pop BKB.
AoE Surge, Parker. I'm into this.
That's a fun one.
That's pretty nice. It's a very dramatic sound effect. You're not missing that. Yeah, the CDR is tempting, but AoE Surge is... That's a free fight reset right there. You know, that turns Darkseer into like, oh, you guys don't want to fight anymore? Okay, let's just run away. Free haste, guys. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. They had to itemize so defensively. You have to survive the fights. You can't really fault the BKBs getting purchased, but now Wind Ranger just getting the Aghanims. This is kind of when she starts to feel like a carry. You really need another item after this before you're really that... You almost want the Bloodthorn.
If she
next.
had Ags with a Bloodthorn or a Daedalus, some kind of crit,
she could probably kill the DK. There'd be some...
There would be not necessarily like worries for Fnatic, but it would be much riskier for them to take these fights. Instead, DK runs into 5 heroes, doesn't die.
Yeah.
Because Wind Ranger doesn't do any right-click damage. Even with the grip and everything, the Kunkka doesn't do enough damage. Looks like Kunkka has Daedalus plus double Rapier queued up. I think he's on the right page here, all in on the damage. First, though, he's got to get some gold, which he has very little of.
Yeah.
Using this Blink Dagger to try and help push out these lanes with the X-Blink plays, but does need to be careful as there is a Yule Scepter on DJ's Sand King.
Both sides, all the ultimates available. Kunkka and CM, the only two without buybacks. Big initiation, big vac wall. They bring down 1437. Instant buyback there. BKBs get used, and Envy actually going down quick, but will survive. Not for long. Coming back now with the Aegis. BKB used by Zephyr. Are they going to be able to kill this DK? A lot of damage from the ulti. But reinitiation, it's DJ with an epicenter. Looks like it's going to be a hold for the Tigers as DJ tries desperately to survive. They do not have detection. Sand King still able to make it out with the gem in tow. That's a great survival.
Ooh, yeah, that would have been a nice pickup for them if they could get him.
So that's a dieback on the Bane and the Aegis from Mirana. DK really the only true death there.
Yeah, definitely a good hold.
Yep, they do take a lot of damage on the tier 3 tower, but they hold nonetheless.
Yeah, Kunkka able to get multiple big cleaves in that fight. The Tidebringer was used great, and the key thing for killing off the Dragon Knight, the BKB wears off, and then they throw magic damage at him. He gets hit by an Earth Splitter with the damage amp from the Natural Order. He took full damage from the Earth Splitter. 50% of his health was just removed because of the passive. And that made DK a whole lot squishier.
Yeah. Earth Splitter, pretty darn good against those big tanky cores.
Yeah, he's got all this physical damage mitigation, but definitely can't deal with the magic damage as well with a 5-second BKB here. Does feel like ET needs to be one of the players to step up. Could approach that level 25 talent, get the Earth Splitter cooldown, and become a whole lot scarier as well.
That definitely feels like the talent. He did go attack speed. But
I'm surprised to get the lifesteal talent. Even with this BKB AC build, the Echo Stomp damage talent is just bad, is my understanding of it from talking to ET players.
I think so as well. The lifesteal sounds good. 100% is incredible, but at this stage of the game, Elder Titan is just not about the right clicks. It is the Earth Splitter that is going to turn a fight for you.
And if you get a lot of right-click damage thanks to your Spirit, you don't need lifesteal. You're going to run in and punch people for 300 damage.
Yeah,
Who
they're going
cares
to die
about
fast
lifesteal?
anyway. Set up onto the Kunkka, though. Big damage. Abed with good positioning will be able to finish him off. The boat does come in at the last second, but now they catch 1437. Die back there. No buyback available on the Kunkka. TP's home.
One more.
KYXY, he is going to be able to make it out. No way to interrupt.
PL
Two dead.
has no TP. Can they hunt him down? Did they see? They saw him. Uh-oh, 458. He's going to run for that side shot, but they know exactly where he's going. Sanking's chasing.
Does not have a TP.
Oh, the AoE surge. They got there so fast.
Vacuum back. He has the BKB now. They'll even use the wall for this. Freezing
BKB
field.
just helps them find the real PL.
Yeah, not doing a hell of a lot. He's trying to run circles around him. That doppelganger cooldown is so annoying, but Epicenter, no way to get out. And the PL, whoa, a little lag there, will finally go down. So this seems like the beginning of the end. Kunkka will just cool down on his buyback, has the money, so could potentially use it, but they're headed straight for the base.
Yeah. Even just forcing a PL buyback here would be nice for them, but nothing to push in the bottom lane, but they can go through bottom into mid to top, wherever they want to go.
Just got to break that back door, and she's going down. There is a glyph. Feels like kind of the final hold, though, for the Tigers. PL will have to buy back almost 100%.
Yeah.
There it is.
They're going to get some trades up top with KYXY, but this doesn't really feel great.
Oh, no, not the range barracks. Oh, that's the melee.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Going for melee.
My bad. They killed the range before and left the melee.
That
Even
played
that,
safe.
that's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no, don't chip at our melee. It's not going to regen.
Yeah. I feel like Fnatic, I thought they might just go for the racks even with the PL buyback, but they're really respecting TNC Tigers and making sure they play this one as
52
cautiously
minutes.
as possible.
Yeah. It's smart, though. I like this. They had a relatively easy game one. They didn't let it go to their heads. Still saying, hey, guys, we rolled him once, but that doesn't mean we can do it again. They've got a much better lineup this time. There's now an Abyssal on the PL. We got to respect that.
There is definitely some scary catch potential, and like even I think that top push kind of shows them that there are ways that DK can be brought down, can be made to be a whole lot squishier. A 1.8k damage nuke is definitely one of them.
Look at even this DK illusion. Look at this thing. They're like, hey, guys, let's see how far I can get this illusion if I just send it in the base. Makes it to the tier 4s. I'd say that's pretty darn good. Hex also coming for DJ. Big item there.
He is very, very farmed.
More control against the PL.
Got some health regen, level 25 talents. How's CM doing? Got the BKB, has a blink queued up, so we're going to see some nice freezing fields in fights. Has that level 20 damage talent for it as well. What do you mean, Pilot Eye? You're not getting 250 attack speed. What are you thinking?
You know, I want to flame it, but he's had so many good freezing fields this game.
Oh, no, the 250 attack speed is awful.
I know. It's
is.
fun. It's cute, but it
is so bad.
Such an odd talent.
Unless you suddenly want to sell all your items and buy right-click damage, but you're
I mean,
you're
even
CM.
then, it's still just...
Yeah, you're still
And it's
a
a lot
CM.
of freezing field damage, too. It's not even like that's a bad talent. It adds a good bit.
Yep.
It's like a 25% damage buff or something. Maybe a little less, 20%.
So I think some talents where I feel like Ice Rug just got bored and thinks, what if we give something absurd like this?
Oh, stun does actually connect on the PL. They get off a nice wall, and 458 gets destroyed. No buyback. And this could be the beginning of the end. No BKB on Wind Ranger either. Zephyr with a decent Earth Splitter. He'll do what he can, but it still keeps Mirana pretty healthy as they Glimmer Cape through it. Now DJ with a big epi. They're dropping like flies. The freezing field with BKB. The buybacks they have, they'll use. Envy included, but now it is a 5v3. Envy will have to TP to the shrine and dog his way down to the base. In Your Dream doing what he can to clear up these creeps, but they'll catch the Wind Ranger with a stun. Triple kill for Abed, and that's 3 down without buyback. Surge forward behind the tower, maybe looking for more, but they make it up to the high ground. Abed just hitting the tier 4s, not even going for the tier 3s up top. They know these buybacks are on cooldown, and they're just going to try to end this while they've got time left on the DK ult.
Yeah. it doesn't look like there's anything to defend anymore. Kunkka's doing all he can, but hasn't really progressed well enough into the late game with his items.
And there's that burrow strike into the well. This is how you know things are going well, when Fnatic are just camping you. BKB, the final hold. Echo Stomp, they're doing what they can, but it's just not enough here, Parker. And Fnatic are looking good. One series away from a potential TI spot.
It's the matchup people expected for that first slot. Fnatic versus TNC will be playing a best of 3 after this.
Woo!
One of those teams will secure their TI invite today. The other will still have a shot in the lower bracket tomorrow, but
very exciting.
Very convincing 2-0 from Fnatic. Game 1, quick draft stomp. Game 2, more even draft, but just heavy outplay. Even though it took 55 minutes, this game, I wouldn't say was all that close.
I think very impressive performance from Abed. We'll welcome back our panelists here. 18-2 and 16 on the DK. Highest damage in the game with 47K. Next highest was actually Envy with 32K on the Mirana. So that's a high impact Dragon Knight if I ever saw one.
Sounds about right. Looks pretty darn good.
Yep, Dragon Knight.
I think DK was probably like the perfect core hero to have this game. Not only did it render ET's aura useless, as soon as he picked up the 20 talents, like double armor, double regen, right? He just became unkillable. And then, of course, he had the nice matchup against PL. I thought the game came down to Fnatic not picking up BKBs earlier than they did. Because that's when Freezing Field, Vacuum... Tiger, yeah. That's when Freezing Field, Vacuum, and Epicenter got a huge amount of mileage. I'm looking at Kunkka, and he has a Halberd. I'm just wondering what the hell Halberd does in that scenario versus a BKB. Windrunner, I think instead of going for Blink, if she worked towards a BKB earlier, they could have won those crucial early game team fights. Fnatic had to win like 3 team fights before they took the first Roche.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous how much they were winning, and you're just like, okay, this time they're gonna get Roche. Oh, they didn't even get Roche. It's like, oh, and now they're gonna get a Rex. Oh, they didn't get a Rex. And it's just like, man, this isn't that bad.
Whereas TNC, if they triple BKB on their cores, they win one of those earlier team fights. They grab Aegis. I think this would have been a very different game.
I think the issue for their draft is they did lack damage though, and if you get those BKBs earlier, you're gonna have even more damage problems.
Well, they were having damage problem early because they were just dying to stuff, right? I mean, it's like they weren't gonna kill the DK.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna kill DK, but at least you don't die to Sand King and Darkseer and all that stuff. They were dying to CM too. I don't know.
It was a tough game. It did feel like at the end of the day, the Kunkka just didn't really provide enough. So pick-off driven, and that was a very slow tempo game compared to what we've seen in a lot of the rest of the C qualifier.
Yeah, I thought the PL Heart was going to be a moment for them, and it kind of looked like it would be, and then he got picked off 3 times in a row. Just too deep, gets caught with like into an arrow, blown up, and it's like, okay, that was their moment.
They won the big fight, and then he gets picked off, and they lose 5 heroes because of it, because in the top lane by that clip.
The chase down, man.
That was where the game suddenly was like, okay, Fnatic got this. Because right before that was like, okay, we got a game. This is going to go late game. It's going to be pretty even. It didn't really feel like either team had an edge, but that was just such a big misplay, and it felt like they never recovered.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The deciding moment.
I think we had higher expectations for the Wind Ranger as well. Only 20k damage done that game. Was about on par with the Sand King. Part of me feels like if they just had like a Dagon to finish off some of those kills, they could have snowballed a little harder or something. Like they had damage. It just wasn't burst damage. They had trouble actually securing those kills once the BKBs came out.
And Wind Ranger, like the PL, is this like physical damage that gets blocked very easily by DK, his passive, as well as the Crimson Guard.
Yeah.
So Maelstrom is magic. You kind of mix it up, but it still is a big amount of damage being blocked.
All right, well, we've got one series left tonight. As we talked about, the big kahuna, Fnatic versus TNC. Winner going on to TI. Loser will still get another shot. They're going down to the lower bracket finals where they will have one more series to try their way into the International 8. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back, play hot potato with the caster seat, and get into this final series.
You guys know if SEA is going to be on the mainstream or are we switching?
I think Europe starts in an hour. I think we're going to be on the mainstream, but we might be casting upstairs.
Oh,
I don't know.
We might
That's
switch
actually
in the
a
middle
good
of the
question.
series.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
We might be switching. Either way, we're going to take a quick break and then come on back because there's more Dota 2 coming up here on Beyond Summit.